Alright guys, we're looking at the 2018 Honda Accord Hybrid Touring. This is the most expensive Accord you can buy at 41,613 Canadian dollars plus taxes. So you can calculate your taxes based on your province. Here in Ontario, we have 13%. So this car comes at a little over $47,000. Now that's a lot, but it comes with a lot of goodies. So let's see at some of the exterior features. You have full LED headlamps, you have full LED fog lamps, fog lights, LED daytime running lights. Styling is subjective, but I think this car looks stunning. Honda hit a home run with the design. It's beautiful. Looks nice, very beautiful in this black paint. You have 17-inch wheels, which are designed for maximum aerodynamics, for greater fuel economy, low air resistance. This is the rear end of the car. So now the Honda Accord is actually available with 3 engine options. The first one is the 1.5 liter turbocharged, found in the Honda Civic. It makes a little bit of more power at 190 horsepower in this application. The next one up is the 2 liter turbo, which makes a whopping 252 horsepower. And if that sounds familiar, the A4 Quattro, the new one, the Audi A4 Quattro has exactly 252 horsepower, and that's not a coincidence because Honda actually benchmarked the A4 while designing this car. And this one right here, the top dog, Honda says the best Accord they make is the hybrid, also the most expensive, again $41,613 plus taxes. This makes 212 horsepower total system output. It has a 2 liter naturally aspirated engine plus the electric motors and batteries with a total system output of 212 horsepower. Let's take a look inside. Alright, the moment you sit inside, you can tell how spacious it is. Now, the front seat is just it for me right now. I'm not too tall, 5'6", but you can see there's a lot of leg space for me. So I'm pretty sure if somebody even 6 feet tall sits in front, you'll still have plenty of leg space at the back. You have air vents at the back, USB ports, 2 of them. Even the rear seats, the outside 2 seats are heated. Obviously power windows, both sides. And this comes with leather. The base model comes with leatherette. And this is the interior of the car. Again, styling is subjective, design is subjective. I think it's a beautiful interior. And really, it feels like a premium interior for a mainstream car. It's very nicely done. You have this high resolution screen over here. Those are your climate controls. It's a nice steering wheel. You have this automatic shifter, and then your gauge cluster. On the right is the odometer, which is a manual, and on the left you'll see it's a digital gauge cluster. So we've had a look at the back, and there's a sunroof right here, and we'll go take a look up front now. All right, very comfortable seats. The seats are heated and cooled, both sides. You have automatic climate control. You pretty much have every feature imaginable in this car. And in this price range, at this price point, I think that's remarkable. You have a very crisp head-up display. The video does not do it justice, really. You have to see it in person to see how good it is. And Honda has done a really, really good job at imitating this wood trim. This is not real wood, but I'm sure you see the grains. You don't know that it's not real wood until you feel it. I truly thought it was real wood until I felt it, and that's when you know it's not real wood. It's imitation, but it's very nicely done. It got me fooled. The interior is very high quality. It easily passes from a premium interior. You have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay integration in it, in the head unit. Like I said, you have that 7-inch LCD to the left and a manual odometer. So for the LCD, you can see you have multiple options that you can scroll through, and depending on what you want, you select that, and then you start seeing that information over here, and that can be changed anytime. So let's say you are driving and you want your audio controls over here. All you do is, well, we don't have anything connected right now, so that's why you just this is the steering wheel. So you see this home button. The moment you hit the home button, you start getting all these options, and then you use this round roller button to scroll through the options. So let's say I say navigation, and now I get this compass, pretty much what I'm getting in the head-up display. So it's redundant, so I may go and select something else. Traffic sign, again, it's redundant. It's blank right now because we're stopped. So let's say we go for fuel economy or range and fuel. Okay, there you go. We have this information now. We have navigation over here, and then we have our speed information over there, and over there also we can change that. So really, there's on the right side of the steering wheel we have this HUD button over here, the head-up display, and each time we press it, that information over there changes. So let's take a look. So now it's blank for the speed limit, because again we're stationary. So this is your charging information, telling you how much battery is charged, and blank if you don't want anything besides the speed the speed you're driving at. Then this is your adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist information, telling you those systems are active. And then the compass. So what happens is it stays on compass. So and it stays like that if you're driving but not using the navigation. If you are using navigation, then you'll start getting directions over here, and the speed limiter, I mean not the speed limiter, the speed sign will go on top of your speed limit on the right, which is showing in kilometers per hour because we're in Canada. Again, this is a very nicely done interior. So oh yeah, you have 3 buttons over here: Sport, Econ, and EV. EV really is just gives you just over a kilometer of range, a kilometer and a half. I think they did this just for fuel ratings. Sport, again, it's there to give you a little bit of oomph, and Econ, obviously, to get the maximum out of this car, the maximum range out of the car. So my buddy just picked this car up on Thursday, and we're shooting this video on a Sunday. So it's been 3 days. He's already filled up the tank once, and I drove this car in sport. He did, another friend did, and he still got 763 kilometers out of the tank. Now the fuel economy on this car is rated at 5 liters on the highway, 5.1 on the city, and 5.1 combined. For a mid-size sedan, That's exceptionally well considering the Prius does it in 4.5. A Prius has a fuel economy of 4.5 liters per 100, and this Honda Accord, a mid-size sedan, does it in 5.1. That's phenomenal. And he got 763 driving in sport mode, and now he's decided not to use sport mode and use either econ or just regular mode, and see how many kilometers he can squeeze out of the tank. And with the current gas prices, he was able to fill it up for $58, and he filled up 42 liters. So obviously the tank is 48.5. So obviously when the light comes up, you still have about 6-7 liters in the tank. So that's not bad. 48 liters, 48 and a half. You drive 42. You put 42 liters in after driving for 763 kilometers. That's amazing. Let's take it for a drive and see what it's like. I'm gonna set up the camera now here. And take it for a spin. Alright, so we are in just regular mode, no sport, no econ. Okay, I just turned the econ off, and right off the bat I can tell you it's very quiet. The cabin is really quiet. Also, the 1.5 liter has a CVT transmission in it. The 2 liter has a 10-speed automatic, and this one has what Honda calls a eCVT. So it's a virtual transmission. So it's not really, it doesn't have gears, it doesn't have pulleys. It's just a single-speed transmission, just like electric cars have, and which is why you don't have that rubber bandy feeling when you drive it. This almost drives like a regular car. So we're in a small town here right now called Alton in Ontario. We just drove through Bellefontaine. There's a very beautiful scenic route here called Forks of the Credit. We just drove through that. Just checking out the neighborhood up north. It was a beautiful drive. So we're just gonna stay in the city driving speed limit. We have 50 right now, and once I cross this speed sign, there you go. It's just showing me the speed limit of 50 right now. So every time you pass a street and there's a street sign, the camera over here right behind the mirror, it's going to detect it and it's going to display it for you so you don't speed. How cool is that? Now, these features were previously only available in very expensive cars, but now they've trickled down onto these mainstream cars, and at this price range, it's pretty amazing. Alright, I just pushed it a little, and it's very smooth and very quiet. I can't tell you how quiet it is. I can't tell you enough. It's a very nice place to be. So we have adaptive cruise control. If I set it up right now, it's just going to follow the car in front of me, and then speed up if the car speeds up, and then slow down if the car slows down. So I've done just that, and this is not me braking, this is the car doing the braking. Okay, I'm just gonna, there you go. Yeah, so these features, standard. Now you can get all these features standard, even in a Honda Civic. Most competitors especially luxury cars, they still charge you for all these features. We're driving through these beautiful country roads right now. The drive is pretty good. It's very smooth. So let's push it a little, see what it's got. Honda has also done an excellent job of sound deadening in this car. There's not much engine noise, there's not much wind noise that's coming in, there's not much tire noise, and I can't say that much for many cars these days. I drove a BMW 3 Series and I had to make sure the doors were closed, the windows were rolled up. That's how much noise was coming in. It's terrible. This car, in comparison, it feels like a luxury car. It truly does. And I've been driving it in regular mode. So let's just put it in Econ and see how it feels. Yeah, you do feel that the system, it's restricting me from pushing it too hard, but it's still not too bad for daily driving, for commuting. It's really not bad. Like, you could still feel the car can go. It's still pretty good. Now let's see what the sport mode does. Oh, there you go. Oh, okay, there you go. So the moment I hit the sport mode, I could see an image in the gauge cluster here, and it tells you that it's stiffening up the suspension and it's affecting the transmission, so you have more aggressive gearing, and you can actually feel it. This car actually has adaptive dampers. Again, that's not a feature you get in mainstream cars. It's actually optional on many expensive cars even. You have to pay $1,000, $2,000 to get those, to get that. And again, it's standard on this trim. The one thing I like about Hondas is they package everything together. You go, you pick a color, and you pick a trim, and that's it, and you get everything you want. They don't make you go through individual options to get your money. And that's really where the your value is. Okay, this is a very nice neighborhood. I've never this countryside, I've never really driven through here before. It's my first time coming here, just driving through, and it's really nice. I'm not sure if you can see through it. Probably not. I didn't have enough room up there to set it up like that, but take my word for it, it's a beautiful place. Driving wise, even in the sport mode, it's very nice. Again, you don't feel that rubber bandy feeling because it's not CVT. It's a virtual transmission, the single gear. I've driven the 1.5, I've driven the 2.0, and I've driven this, and I can tell you right now, this truly is the best Accord you can buy. I wouldn't get the 1.5, not at all. If you really want the power, the 2-liter, obviously that 10-speed is really quick shifting, very nicely done. Definitely a good option. But if you want the best of both worlds, you want great fuel economy and you want decent performance, this is it. Thanks for watching.